Well, hello, guys. It is Monday night. I hope everybody has had a great first day of the week. I cleaned a house this morning and then I came home and worked on my eBay and went to town to ship 2 orders. Came home, and while I was driving home, another order came in on my phone. It rings like a bell, and I'm like, oh my gosh, but it was too late to get back to the post office. So I had 4 orders between yesterday and today, so it's picking up. I am here to do the hashtag 50 Stack Challenge 7, hosted by Amy at the Crafty Cat 7212 here on YouTube. Everybody knows Amy. She has gorgeous digitals, and she is kind enough to host this challenge for the 7th time. Every Monday, she draws 2 prompts, and we are to complete them to the best of our ability. And there are no rules, just try to kind of, like today was gesso, and she said you can use white paint. Sometimes I stress about it, like I am right now, and then I just don't even want to do it because I overthink. I think we all do that. So we are up to week 9, 17, and 18. She drew picture and gesso. And I'm going to do something for the journal I'm working on now that I just started last week. This is actually going to be, I think I might just do all of the rest of them in here. I tried to find a woman with an apron on taking cookies out of the oven with an old, like a 1950s stove. I have torn my place apart. See, that's it. I've got one track mind. I'm looking for a woman. I want to use her for the picture, and I couldn't find it. And so I've been an hour digging through all my crap. That's what it is. So the gesso is going on this piece of cardboard because I've done a ton of those in the past, and it's gone. He's hiding. This isn't a cardboard one, but this is the type of thing that I've done in the past. This is brown Boinga hard paper. So I have cardboard ones. I don't know where they're at. Everything's hiding today. So that's going to be the gesso one. First, we're going to do pictures. So this is going to be my my new journal. And I found this. This is the only stove I could find without going in. This is the back of a Sears catalog. Look at this bicycle, $32.95. Do you save this side or do you use this side? It's just a toss-up. Look at this table and chairs. Isn't that something? $33.85. I'm going to use this, and I have these. These are, within the original. Well, these are dividers, but these, these cardboard dividers. So I removed one to see if it was going to fit with her, and it is. I'm going to lose this, which I can put on somewhere else. So this is going to be my picture. Yeah. This is my picture. Okay, are we square? We got it. Oh gosh, I am so tired, you guys. I'm on this. I don't know why I'm waking up at 4 in the morning, and then I have to do all this stupid stuff like see whose videos are up, and then I have to watch them, and then I have to go through the freaking YouTube, and then I have to get on my phone, and then I look at the eBay and see if anything came in, which it has when I've been sleeping, because everybody lives in different parts of the country. And you know what I'm selling a lot of is Avon Cape Cod. I have 3 boxes have gone out this week of that. And I literally today, I took 6 dessert bowls. They're a little 5-inch pretty little bowl. And I had 2 sandwich plates. No, 2 rimmed soup bowls. So I had 2 of one and 6 of the other. I boxed them together as a set, and within an hour, they sold today. I know I'm listing them cheap because I paid them only 50. Oh, my scissors are over there. How dumb is that? My scissors are over there on the futon. I mean, I'm still making good profit, but when you get six bowls for 50 cents a piece, and the other 2 bowls were 50 cents, I'm only out $3. $4. Is that right? Did I say 6? Well, anyway, let's not talk about eBay. What are we going to talk about? It's raining here. It's raining in Iowa. Let's do it this way. Not rain, but enough. There's been no arrest on the midnight stalker. Not stalking at my house. Well, I don't know. If they were, they're lucky they didn't get caught, whoever it was. You know, I've got a car here, so I don't think I would not be the appropriate place to come to. And I think that it was a girl that's homeless, which I didn't even know she was. I know she's, I didn't even know she had a drug problem. I didn't know she was homeless. I found out some stuff yesterday, and I'm like, oh, she was in my son's class, I think, or maybe right behind him. Makes me sad. It makes me so sad. I just hate it. It just doesn't happen around here. It's just, you know, we're not in a city. We don't see it. When I see somebody at Walmart, you know, like one time we left church and we went to Walmart. It was my daughter and I and her daughter and my son's daughter in the back seat. And I was driving and we went into Walmart, but when we left, there was a van sitting there. Now, you can say, oh, you got took. Say it, I don't care. It was a husband and a wife, and they had a sign they were trying to get gas money to get to California. Well, aren't we all? But anyway, they had two little kids and had those little lawn chairs. And they were sitting there, and I gave them a $20 bill. And my daughter kind of looked at me, and she's very giving and very kind-hearted too. And I just, you know, I'd just come from church, so I was feeling quite spiritual. Anyway, when I drove away, I said, I'm doing what God put on my heart for me to do. What they do with it is on their heart. I wanted my granddaughters to know that. And I said, when you do something and you give it to God, it's like washing your hands, and then it's in His court. So whatever is put on their heart. I'm sorry, this is not the church of Linda. But it's just, I guess, what I'm getting at is I don't live in a city, so I don't see it. I never see it. I never see it. So if this girl is truly homeless and having a drug problem, oh, I'm not going to open my door to her, I'll tell you that, because I am too nice. And it just wouldn't be good. I mean, it wouldn't end up good for me. But what do you do? What do you do? What do you do? I don't know. I'm done. I won't talk about it anymore. I'm sorry. It's really bothering me though, you guys. But anyway, I don't know. They don't think it was her that was out here. And I guess we'll never know. We'll never know. Well, we might. All right, I put those on there because I don't want it to tear. And these line up. And I'm going to glue this on. I just thought this would be really cute page in there. So we're going to do that. I'm going to use Fabri-Tac. Man, I need to go to Walmart tomorrow. I need Fabri-Tac. I need packing tape. I have a little list going. I need coffee creamer. I'll just tell you my list. Coffee creamer and coffee was written down. Peanut butter, because my granddaughter was here yesterday. And we had a birthday party for my granddaughter that's 10. She turned 10. And I said, do you want to come home with Grandma for a while? And she goes, I don't know. She walks over and she goes, Grandma wants to know if I can go to her house for a while. And I said, that's not what I said. I said, ask your dad if you can come. Well, anyway, however she said it, I wanted her to give him the option. Just say, no, you need to go home and get a shower for school or blah, blah, blah. Anyway, he said he didn't care. And so she came with me. And, of course, we had a really good meal there. My son outdid himself grilling all kinds of stuff. We had it at a community building. Well, it's community building, but it's where they host meals for the old people, you know, like congregate meals. They can go there and eat for like $3, $2.50, something like that. I don't know. And you can rent it for $25. And so my daughter-in-law always rents it because it's, you know, it's money that stays in the, you know, it goes to a good cause. And then you clean it up when you're done. You don't cook there. we bring our food in. But the tables are all there and everything. It just works out really nice. And anyway, so before I took her home, I was hungry and I said, do you want a pancake? And she said, yeah. But anyway, she eats Nutella and peanut butter on her pancakes. So I'm like, oh God, I barely had enough peanut butter. Just smother on it. Have you ever heard of doing that, eating Nutella and peanut butter on a pancake? I like syrup. I bought some IHOP syrup this summer. My grocery store, they have a cart, and they'll have, the dates are still good, but they're nearing the end. But anyway, this wasn't getting old. They were discontinuing it, is what the girl told me. It was IHOP. I'm going to do this side just because I'll probably put something on it. It was IHOP, and it was butter pecan syrup. Let me tell you what, they had 3 bottles. Well, they had more than 3, but I bought 3. Because it was 99 cents, and it was still dated good. And I tried to give one to my son, and he goes, we won't eat it. We won't eat it. I'm like, okay, I won't give you nothing anymore. But anyway, it is so good if you can find it. Oh, it's good. I'm sure it's sugar-free. Anyway, I had a pancake, not very big. She had a pancake. And so I wrote that on my list. So I need coffee creamer, pancake, not pancakes, peanut butter, coffee creamer. That's my picture. That's it. That's all I'm doing. I don't know where my frames are. Where's my frames? I have to wrap my head around this. I when I'm not out here, I forget where stuff is. Oh my God, this room is a disaster. This room is a disaster. I know where they're at. They're right here somewhere. Here they are. Here's my pictures. Woohoo! Look at that. Okay, frames. Should I frame her? She looks kind of famous. Isn't that cute? I have a sneeze coming. Oh, so sorry, you guys. I waited all day to get on here and sneeze. And that's how you feel sometimes. Coughing, sneezing, snorting around. I guess maybe I won't because it's going to take away from it. There's my picture. That's all I'm doing. Okay, now we've got picture out of the way. We're going to do gesso. Let's put this in here. There's that wax napkin I did. And there's that. Let's put just, we can always move everything around. We'll just put this in for now. This is going to be an amazing journal, I think. It's going to be all vintage. All vintage. All aboard on the vintage train. Okay, now we're going to do, oh, look what else I found. Utah, Idaho Sugar Company ad. That's out of a magazine. I found this old stove picture. This is in Chinook, Montana. That's what this book was. Chinook, Montana. Here's that fabric that I did with the wax. So I have a whole assortment of stuff here. And we are going to gesso, baby. My gesso's almost gone. I bet I have about a ½ inch. Oh, I probably can't even open it. Do I sound chatty? I sound like I'm chatty Kathy. Let's see. Let's put this right up here. I left my paintbrush here the other day when I, so it's ruined. When I did the wax. I don't do a lot of gesso. I'm not particularly a fan of it. It's okay. I like it when Amy does it. She just, we all have our thing. Everybody has their thing. I used to follow this lady. One of my first, well, I don't know who the one was that I used to follow. She was from Australia. And the one thing I remember, this was in 2013 when I started junk journaling. My son graduated high school and he moved to Omaha for the summer to work. Wanted to work for the summer, and there's nothing in a small town. And I think I'll use some coffee filter. And I started junk journaling because I was freaking lonely as could be. That was the end of the nest. That was my official empty nest. He was the last one to leave. Don't ask me what I'm doing. I'm not going to wait for that to dry. I'm just layering. And I started junk journaling, and I watched this lady. She was from Australia, but she had a whole bunch of... so if you can remember back to 2013, and if you saw a lady in Australia that had cockatiels in her backyard, her yard was full of them, and she showed you out the camera, and they were just everywhere in the yard, everywhere. I don't know who she was, but I loved that. I really liked her. And she gave this thing out. I'm going to read it if I can find it. Maybe I'll read it another day. I just saw it. 13 Rules for Life or something like that. It almost sounds like something Rachel would say. And I don't think it was Rachel unless she was visiting Australia, because I'm going through all these drawers, not finding it. Now, the question is, whoopsie, should I tear a piece of this cinnamon on here? What I was going to put on it was this jello thing. I think I will. Tear a piece of this. Whoop. I don't know. I don't know if it'll tear. Oh. Isn't that weird? See the cinnamon? Ooh, it's going to smell good. Let's see, where's that ad? This needs to be made old. I just saw that. Where was that at? 13. I'm bugged now. 13 Rules for Life. Okay, I'm not going to do it. See, now I'm obsessing. Does that sound familiar to anybody? It was really neat, and I wrote it all down. And every once in a while I come across it, and it's laying here, and I always think I'm going to put it in a journal. But I don't know who to credit it to. There, that looks old. Let's re-tear it a little. It's jelly making time. I love making jelly. My granddaughter did so good with her jelly this summer, and she's got quite a bit left. I bought an apple peeler for a core thing. You put the apple in and you spin the, Pampered Chef had them. And I got one thrifting, and I gave it to her. And I said, this will make your jelly making go easy. She says, it's not happening. That's what she said to me. It's not happening. It's too much work. I have a feeling she didn't peel the apples anyway. She's got a pretty good dad. And that was his helping her with her 4-H. He likes to do all that canning and stuff. Both my sons do, my older ones. All right, we're gonna let's just put her on. I don't know if she looks cute. She's going there. I'm gonna probably pop some fabric behind her somehow. We got the gesso. That's the important part. I don't know what I'm doing with this yet. Let's see. I don't know. All right, I'm going to do this. So then I'm going to glue this down. I hope it'll glue down with that wax. That'll be another problem maybe. Okay. And I think, where's that book? I'm not sure how I'm going to use this in here. I mean, it could be. You know what? It could be its own chapter. Couldn't it? What I need to do is cut some more of these. Is there a jelly tab? Desserts, drinkings, eggs, fresh meat, preserves. Are you serious? Okay, this is going to go on here. Oh, I don't put that on everything though. Oh, that's cute. Okay, I'm going to punch a hole in this. I'm going to punch a hole. Should I say it again? I'm going to punch a hole. Actually, what I'm going to do is cut this off in a straight line and punch a hole. What are you doing, Linda? I'm going to punch a hole. I probably should use my crocodile. That thing will go through anything. Oh, it did it. But there we go. Holy cow, is that a cute idea or what? All right, I don't want that gesso getting on anything. All right, so that's kind of like free balling it. I shouldn't have said that on the internet. All right, that's gonna work. What did you say? Never mind. It's none of your business. Okay. My granddaughter said something to her dad, and then he said something to her, and she was hurt. And I said, we're talking about teenagers here. And I said, this was yesterday going down the road. I said, once you say something, it's out in the world. It's in the sphere. There's nothing you can do to take it back. It's already off your tongue. She goes, I know. Oh, I'm so glad I'm done with teenagers. Well, I get grandkids now. Oh my God, I have a story too. She's on this. I'm almost 14 and I've never been able to learn to drive. They have a brand new truck. Oh, I suppose it's a year old. And they have a brand new minivan. That's really nice because, well, they had an SUV and it just didn't, 2 car seats and a teenager. It just didn't work. So they got one of those really nice, I don't know what kind of a minivan it is. It does all kinds of things. You know, the seats go down in. Oh, what are they? Probably Chrysler or something. Well, anyway, it doesn't matter. I'll never be able to learn to drive. I'm almost 14. I said, you just turned 13 in August. And she goes, well, I'm on my way to 14. Well, anyway, I'll never be able to drive. The truck's new. The van's new. I said, ouch. That was stupid. I said, your dad's going to get an old car for you to learn on. I said, go over to your Uncle Chris's and learn with his side-by-side, his, Polaris or whatever. No, I want my dad to teach me. Well, anyway, guess what? Grandma did. Yesterday, I backed my car out. I backed it out, and I backed into the road, and it was kind of at an angle. And then we changed drivers. Oh, my God, I thought I was going to die. I thought that I could see, like, heaven was right there, and Jesus was saying, come, come. Anyway, she didn't turn the wheel, and I go, turn, turn, turn. And I have a culvert on both sides of my driveway. She went in it with my front wheel. Why am I whispering? And I'm yelling, turn, turn, turn. And I grabbed the wheel. And then we got it. The neighbors were outside. I don't know what they thought because they're new. They probably thought, you know what I think I'm going to do? I think I'm going to attach this. Actually, I think I'll make it a tuck. They probably thought, they don't really, I mean, they know me because I've obviously chopped their leg off already. But anyway, I got her going down the road. We went past real slow, and I tried to explain. She's literally never been behind the wheel. I tried to explain, you don't have to really push on the gas because it'll just pull itself through. And anyway, I said, you got to turn because there's a curve. And I tried to make it go, and she was holding it so tight. I said, loosen up your hands. You don't need to hold so tight. And I was trying to get the wheel to go. And, oh, my God. We made it around. I'm just going to take this tag. It's nothing. And this is what I'll do. You know what I'll do? I'll be sticking recipes up in there. Recipes. That's what I'll do. I'll find a jelly recipe. Yes. That's what we'll do. In the meantime, we'll just do this. Fresh apple. I bet there's a jelly recipe in this. Oh, that would be amazing. After this, guys, I'm done. What does this say? I think I about killed myself. Look at that. dark molasses. These might all be banana, pineapple. Oh, you know what? These are all cookies. All right. Spare your time, Linda. We will be finding a jelly recipe. Actually, I'll just write one. I'll photocopy. I'll do something. I'll come up with something. This is what's going in here, though, recipes. That's it. Okay, there's my gesso. Doesn't show, really. I tried, Amy. We got it. We got it. Just a little bit. All right, that's all I'm doing. That's it. There's that, and then my picture. Picture. Oh, gesso. All right, guys, I hope you have a good Tuesday. I think I'm going to go to my son's and clean his house because I don't have anything to do. And I told him the other day, well, I went there on Sunday and I visited for a while. His wife's in Pennsylvania with their little boy. She had to go to a wedding. And it's just too much to fly. And they'd have to get a motel, and because her parents just have a 2-bedroom, they just moved into a brand new condo. But he said we'd have to get a motel if we all went, and blah, blah. And plus he started a new job this last week, and with a new company. But anyways, I think she comes home tomorrow, so I think I'm going to go out and do a whole clean on their house for her, so she can come home and not have to, just mop the floor. They have a beautiful brand new kitchen. That's what I think I'm going to do tomorrow. I'm going to text him, and I know the code to get in their house. I'm going to go through your house and get it all spiffed up for Lynn. All right, guys, that is it. That is it. That is it. Join. Anybody can join. It's open to anyone. Look for the hashtag, and you can follow along the other gals. There's other gals doing it. Amy, of course, Nancy Piter, Carol Laws at Carol Laws, and Mitzi at 307 Junk Journals. And I'm sure a lot of people are doing it that are not online and filming. So, and with that, I am going to say good night. Good night.